Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're back to talk about the robots and how the robots is taking over things. We're gonna touch on some more news. We're gonna touch on Macron getting face pushed by Mr. Macron on the plane, and we're gonna touch on Vladimir Putin and them trying to assassinate Putin and how Donald was saying that Putin's crazy. And I'm telling you guys, we might need to just let them do what they do over there, man. It's one of those things to where like you trying to intercede in a fight and they don't want to stop fighting, man, let them fight it out. Just let them fight, man. Now I'm gonna need y'all to hit the like button. I already showed you guys what happens when you hit the like button, so I'm just gonna remind you to hit it. That's all I can do. And let's get to this video.
Hold on one second. We about to get to the bottom of this, ladies and gentlemen. This don't make no sense whatsoever. Welcome to the Dark Waters channel, where we explore mysteries, figure out the truth, dive into politics, and anything else you want to know about. That's what we doing over here, baby. Let's go.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? The one and only James Williams, Dark Waters, and I'm back. And let's get into a little bit of the news today. I want to touch on some tech news because I think one of the things that we're getting caught up with and confused on and overlooking is what's actually happening in the tech world. When you look around, everybody's talking about politics, everybody's talking about Harvard and the big beautiful bill and anti-Semitic terrorism and the Pope and Ukraine and Russia and tariffs. And we're missing out on some very significant things that are going on in the world of technology. Remember, when we look at our graph that I've shown you guys over time, we have the current events that are going on, which you should be able to see. But then we have this gigantic arrow that lead to the future that they're trying to shape. And when I say they, we are talking about the globalists. And if you want to keep an eye on the future, then you're going to need to pay attention to I got to remember to show you guys this accumulation document. If we want to know about the future, then we have to keep an eye on the things that are being said about AI, CRISPR gene editing, and all the future technologies. So let's spend a little bit of time in the future, if you guys don't mind. Just a few moments in the future. I'm sorry, back to what I was saying. So we need to keep up with what's going on in the tech world. Former Meta executive Nick Clegg, artist demands over AI copyright laws, implausible, would kill entire industry. If the artists had it their way, they would be able to say that no music that is created by AI is original. In any sample or anything that gets close to their sample, they should get paid money on. Now, the reason why artists are so protective of this is because they can be replaced by AI. They can be replaced by AI extremely quickly. And if I'm not mistaken, there are a couple of AI rap artists right now that have trending songs. It's full on AI artists. The artist is the music, the rap, everything is an AI artist. And so it's amazing that the music industry in Hollywood, who usher in all the depravity and all of the destruction, are now being replaced by the same people who they ushered in. I'm saying they're no longer useful. They become the useful idiots. Former Meta executive Nick Clegg has claimed that requiring tech companies to ask permission before using copyrighted work to train AI systems is unworkable and would destroy the AI industry in the UK. The London Times reports that in a recent interview, Sir Nick Clegg, the former deputy prime minister who spent nearly 7 years working for social media giant Meta, weighed in on the heated debate over AI copyrights. His comments came as MPs voted against proposal that would have allowed copyright holders to see their work has been used to train AI systems and by whom. There's no telling how much of our personal data has been used to train AI systems. I can't even imagine how much of our personal data has been used. If you ever interact with ChatGPT or Claude, I know that Claude readily admits that, hey, I never thought about doing something that way. I'm going to have to remember this. And then it'll say, click saved. So I know that it's training based upon its interactions with us. But see, we get into another dimension of this where people are going to have to find a way to protect themselves from AI. I don't really care about artists. I'm just going to be honest with you. All of the Hollywood artists and all damn music artists, they tend to be the most spoiled, privileged, jackasses on the planet. I don't really care about them. Honestly, I know that the music industry has been what was used to bring in the worst forms of perversion and the worst forms of everything on the planet. But I don't know what it looks like when they're gone either. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like maybe the devil that you know is better than the devil that you don't know. I'm not sure what it looks like when they're gone. Think about it. What does it look like when an AI robot is an artist? There's AI robotic bodies. There's human flesh suits that they can create and put over the bodies. You've seen the realistic masks. So what does it actually look like? Or the bigger question is, how many of these people that are artists right now that are on stage are not human anyway? Think about it. If everything has been staged to where it's rolled out in the future, but yet it's in front of your face, and technology is accelerating at a rapid pace to where it's being revealed to you at a rapid pace, the logical question is, how many of these people that are artists are just frankly not human at all at this point in time? I could tell you, I've seen some people that just, if we look at Met Gala pictures, I'm pretty sure they got Met Gala. Let me see, Met Gala. Pretty sure they got some Met Gala pictures here. How many of some bitches not human at all? Look at this. How many of these people are robots and lizard people and everything else? We know plenty of them are witches. Come on now, give me the pictures. Like Janelle Monáe. Janelle Monáe is not that damn popular, but she is all over every damn thing. Clearly Masonic imagery, clearly the left eye being obstructed, clearly Illuminati energy going on. What the hell? When you look at it, I'm honest with you, being honest with you. What the hell? How do we know this is humans in the first place? So when we start talking about, we're talking about replacing these people. Like Andre, I love Andre, but Andre, why the hell you walking around with a damn piano on your back? You know what I'm saying, why you got a piano on your back? And that's the damn homegirl from the Fijis. And what the hell is that? You see what I'm saying? What that look like? That could be a damn robot. That's the point I make. It look like it could be a robot. That look like it's human but demon possessed. That don't look like it's human. That look alien. That just like Negro from the hood. Why is she sitting down with all the crotch out like that? You know, we know that thing has been demon possessed since the 70s. The point I'm making, ladies and gentlemen, is this. When they start talking about, those are the people that want protections from AI. Those are the people that want protections from AI being trained on their data. And I don't know that I want them people around anymore, man. I'm just going to keep it real with you. I don't know that I want those people around anymore. Let's move on to the next subject. I'm sorry. It's just, I'm thinking through it while I'm talking to you. Watch, South Africans, Ramaphosa defends killed the Boer. Now, I said when this happened that the media did a disadvantage to the South African people by pitting Ramaphosa against Donald Trump. When they start coming out saying, well, he ambushed him. Remember, it's an ambush. She was an ambush. They did this man the greatest disservice by trying to slam him up against the most powerful man in the world. And so now he's come out and he's made another terrible mistake by defending the racism, which is the genocide of white farmers. Now, I don't care how you feel. I don't care how you perceive it. I want you to step back emotionally from things, because this is how you get played. There may be somebody be like, well, man, you the white man took us from Africa, man, and brought us to the Americas, man. The African diaspora, ha ha. The African diasporization, the slave trade, 20 million of us died, dog, in the water. We drowned in the water. Yeah. There was some Negroes that sold you Negroes to some other people. Don't forget it was Negroes that sold you. They went and grabbed you in the bush, put some damn lines behind your arms, and sold you. So there's a transactional chain that everybody seems to ignore, right? But it's that same transactional chain that leads to the destruction of people in Africa. I'm not African. I'm American. I'm not even African American. I'm American. I have no dog in the fight for Africa. I'm going to keep it real with you. I don't have no dog in the fight. I don't have no dog in the fight for Ukraine. I don't have no dog in the fight for damn Africa. I don't have no damn dog in the fight for Russia. All my dogs is in the fight for America, because I was born and raised in America. You can sit here and be stupid all you want, but I'm going to say this. The media put this man in a situation where he will fail. You are not going to defeat the United States of America. It's not going to happen. So they put the man in a bad situation where they put him in a lose-lose by pitting him against President Trump. And his own media put him in a bad situation by pitting him against President Trump. When you go back and look at the reporter from who asked the question of him, she looked like a 500-pound, 17 cheeseburger eating witch. Go back and find her photo. You'll see what I'm talking about. And so he's in a bad situation. When he returns back home, in order to stay popular, he needs to be, because you saw the biggest party they had, which was the people in the football stadium, the EFF party. In order to stay strong at home, he needs to say the things that need to be said. But on the international stage, you look like you're supporting genocide. So he's the scapegoat. The guy from the EFF, he can't be the leader on the national stage. If he was that party was the party in power, and it was literally killed the bill, and he goes to meet with somebody like, it could be the president of France or the president of, Vladimir Putin or Macron, or even all the way down to California, Mexico. You can't go meet with somebody with that type of behavior and attitude and think somebody gonna do business with you. It's not gonna happen. So Ramaphosa is the placeholder. And so now you see he's the Negro. Yeah, y'all token Negroes is only around when it pertains to white folk. He's the token Negro for the rest of the Negroes. And so now here he is, the token.
For us. And when it comes to the of arresting anyone for any slogan, that is a sovereign issue. It's a matter for us. And when it comes to the of arresting anyone for any slogan, that is a sovereign issue. It's a matter where we need to be instructed by anyone that go and arrest this one. We are a very proud sovereign country that has its own laws, that has its own processes, and we take into account what the Constitutional Court also decided when it said that kill the Boer, kill the farmer, is a liberation chant and slogan. And it's not meant to be a message that elicits or calls upon anyone to go and be killed. And that is what our court decided. They probably want to arrest people willy-nilly with the dictates of our constitution, because we are a constitutional state and we are a country where freedom of expression is at the bedrock of our constitutional arrangements.
I'm going to tell y'all something. Make sure that was on the screen. I don't need to read. Okay, you some on the screen. I want you to understand something. Ramaphosa ain't going to be Ramaphosa for a very long time. When we look back on the moment, in the future, when we look back at what happened to him, understand that it was the globalist cabal in the media that caused what happens to this man to happen. Just understand. It's going to be the globalist white man and the media owner white men that caused the destruction of South Africa. Because when you listen carefully to what he's saying, he's taking shots at President Trump and saying, oh, we're not to demand that we arrest people. Yeah, if you are murdering farmers and murdering people and burning their farms and raping and killing them, they should be arrested. But he spins it, excuse me, I didn't belch on y'all, but he spins it to kill the bear, kill the boar. He literally spins. With some media training, spins and wraps and weaves this BS together to justify them killing people. And I'm just telling you, Donald Trump and Pete Hegseth said they were not doing regime changes like for the New World Order. They were not working with the New World Order to do regime changes. It don't mean that they're not going to do regime changes. It just means they're not working in league with the New World Order to do regime changes. I think people getting this confused. There's a high chance that there will be a regime change in the next 4 years in South Africa. I'll say this: American citizens, for African American citizens, or for Black American citizens. If you Black, you American, you need to understand. Don't be encouraging this foolishness, because all you're gonna do is get the man head bust. Because They want to get people want the EFF leader, but there's a reason why the EFF leader is not the overall president, because he's an outside pressure party, but he has cover from this president. Man, listen, just be careful, dog. I don't see this guy having any kind of way to win this battle. I don't see him having any way out of it. I'm sorry. I just don't see him having a way out of it. I want to touch upon Harvard. Harvard University, I don't see an article where I'll leave with this one. Gentlemen, it's going through what I think it has to at this point in time. Because Harvard has been infiltrated by the Chinese Communist Party. It's been infiltrated by wokeism. It's been infiltrated by, I would call, terroristic groups. And they're importing, like, okay, you want to go to Harvard, you come from some S-hole country, and I'm going to Harvard, I'm a Harvard student. It's become a pipeline, global, like the new form of globalists. It's not really like the smartest people in the world. The new globalists, it's like this new woke globalist. Funded. They are woke in their agenda, and then they're radical in their actions, is what I'm saying. And so it's become the pipeline for those type of people through DEI, which again, everybody acts like DEI is a black thing, which is the dumbest crap on the planet. Through DEI to bring in all these crazy woke people and then usher all these non-American citizens, literally non-Americans, anti-Americans, into corporate America via the standard of the flag of Harvard. And like it's like taking a network. It used to be that when you had a friend who went to Harvard, I had quite a few friends that went to Harvard, they had a network that was a solid network. I remember there was a guy that was in New Orleans with us. Dude looked like he could be Barack Obama's son. Graduated finance from Harvard. Went to, I think he went to school for his whatever degree. And dude was the coolest dude on the planet. But his network was insane. We sitting there talking about like, hey man, we need $2 million to this deal. Hold on. Pick on, hey man, we got a deal we want to talk to you about. But I mean, he could access 2 million, 50 million, 5 million. He had access, right? Now imagine that same network has been hijacked. Not even hijacked, but it's kind of like there's been a plug attached to the network, right? So this is the Harvard network right here, right? This is this network, and it has this plunger, and if you need something, you press down and you get people in the network. You get whatever assets you need, you get whatever, help you need because you're in the Harvard network. Yes, you get in the network, right? Well, how about somebody come along and they just tap the network right there? Like this. They just tap it. And so when you press down on the network, it draws some of that power this way. The network is still there because the network has been established over hundreds of years. But now you got these crazy people tapping into the network and creating their own parallel network under the name Harvard. But they're communists, they're woke, they're crazy, radical leftists, and they're terrorists. And so now you've built this secondary kind of Illuminati, this second skulls and bones that is anti-American, but it's come through Harvard and taken all of Harvard resources. That's what we're dealing with the Harvard University issue. And that's why you see Donald J. Trump turning around and saying, no, I'm going to take the $6 billion grant from you guys and I'm going to put it into trade schools because the university has been conquered. And it's crazy. Harvard's Kennedy School could lose 60% of its students under ban. So if 60% of your students are international students, come on, man, watch this. Harvard University's Kennedy School of Government could lose School of Government. And look how targeted this is. School of Government could lose 60% of its students' body if Trump administration attempted ban on international enrollment temporarily blocked by judge takes effect. So they're saying 60% of their students are foreign students. Let's see what this clown got to say.
To address the urgency of the moment we find ourselves in. We are witnesses to a world that is in upheaval. We're in America, the supposed shining city on the hill. We can denounce the invasion of Ukraine, yet we drive the genocide and occupation of Palestinians and use police force to brutalize young people who dare speak up against it. Upon our graduation from Harvard, we enter the world with a degree from an institution that has profited off and continues to aid in the annihilation of 40,000 Palestinians in Gaza, including 15,000 children.
The damn balls of these people. So we bring in terrorist sympathizers and terrorists, and then send them into our best colleges and universities. And then let them stand up there and lecture us about issues and problems, then stamp and endorse them and prepare them for political power in the nation and give them a network. I wish somebody give me access to the Harvard network. So you take a foreigner. He don't look like he that smart. He reading something off a piece of paper. In fact, when I look at him, he look like don't say that.
An institution that uses its soft power to up an apartheid regime.
You can't be that smart because you wouldn't sit there be going to Harvard University and talking trash about Harvard University. You can't be that damn smart. You can't be that damn smart. Something is wrong with this. They done got access to all our networks and been brought into our most prestigious schools. It's the reason why Harvard's got to be shut down. Because see, the board, the teachers, everything at Harvard needs to be restructured. Because if I'm a teacher at Harvard, my black ass is a teacher at our language, and you walk into my classroom and you're like, yeah, this university is supporting the Gazans, the destruction of Gaza, and hold on, get your behind out my classroom. How much I pay behind out my classroom? You saying Negro? Get out right now. I can say it. I'm black. Get out right now, and don't come back till you got your mind right. Ain't nobody here worrying about your political activism. We here to give quality education to people. If you're not here for education, then you don't need to be here. If you want to be an activist, you don't become an activist on campus. Guys, go to Gaza. Go to Gaza. You know what I'm saying? Then they'll get, you know what I'm saying? Like Harvard Professor James Williams, jig student on Young Buck. I'm jigging you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let y'all attack me. I'm jigging. Yeah. Y'all can't handle me jigging on you. Y'all. Talking about you gonna stand up for the pan. Get the hell out of here, bruh.
While we celebrate our graduation, Harvard University, threatened by the student uprising for Palestinian liberation, has chosen to withhold degrees from our peers, who have not only fulfilled every graduation requirement, but more importantly, who have exemplified veritas through their dissent. While these students may not leave with the degrees they rightfully earned, they will walk out of Harvard's gates with something far more important: a clear conscience and a proof of resolute commitment to humanity.
I need my paper. I need my degree. I'm sorry. I want my degree if I went to Harvard. I ain't got no commitment to you. This is the point I'm making. Listen how radical and crazy these people sound. The logic behind that. While they may not get their degrees, they walk out with something more important. What's more important than a degree from Harvard? What's more valuable than a solid degree from Harvard? It's so valuable that people make fake ass degrees from Harvard. Come on, man.
Take courage from their steadfastness and honor their sacrifice by using your degree to speak out for the oppressed. While Harvard punishes its pro-Palestine students...
You know, I can't listen no more of this. I'm not woke. You're not woke. And I'm not subject you to this. I'm woke. The point I'm making is this. In Africa, they screwed up. Let me just sum it up. South African president just screwed up. He's gonna get regime changed. Hopefully, he don't get Gaddafi. But it comes in many forms. Harvard screwing up. You wanna know why? Because they full-blown woke. They about to get a regime change. They about to get a whole regime change. The simple fact that this dude is saying that, this is May 2024. The simple fact that he's sitting there saying they're already withholding degrees in May 2024 lets you know that based upon the pressure that they got on them right now, Harvard gonna have to start making some decisions. You see, Harvard thought it was beyond reproach, like nobody could check them. Well, we had to point out, well, you about to find out. Just that F around and find out part right here, ladies and gentlemen.